All I can say is Diddy going to jail. Flat out, he going to jail. He's every day you learn something more and more. Diddy going to jail. Hey Jack Squad and YouTube family, what's going on? How everybody doing? Listen, I have been recently keeping up with the Diddy trial. It's a lot to keep up with. It's a lot of legalese. It's a lot of terms being used. It's a lot of stuff going on. It's a lot of moving parts, right? So I was trying to understand how it was going to be a RICO, because the RICO is, you know, they're using keywords like enterprise. That's always a clue, right? So the people that are involved is his right-hand lady, Christina Karam, right? She was his executive assistant. She's the one that did all the handling, all the talking, all the everything, right? So they had Eddie Garcia up. That's a security guard that Diddy paid $100,000 to bring him the tape of him hitting Cassie at the hotel, at the Intercontinental Hotel, right? So before he did that, now this guy got immunity, right? Because he is guilty because he gave him the tape, but he got immunity to testify. This is how they want, so bad, how bad they want Diddy, right? He said that the Christina Karam lady was calling me. She was relentless with the calls, right? And then and he said, well, no, I got to ask my manager and so on and so forth, right? And then Diddy got on the phone and said, I'll take care of you. And the take care of was the $100,000 that he gave Eddie Garcia to give him the tape, right? He paid $100,000, and then when he said when he went to go get the money, it was cash. What I'm finding out is Diddy did a lot of things with cash. He paid the people on his team with cash. He did a lot of things with cash, and he had several, every entity, everything he did had his own bank account, right? He paid the man, he brought the counter in with the brown paper bag and the money and counted it, 10 stacks of $10,000, whatever, right? Gave the man $100,000. And so he got immunity so that he could tell his side of the story. And again, he says Christina Karam, that's Diddy's right-hand man, was the one that facilitated a lot of things for Diddy. Facilitated a lot of things for Diddy, right? She talked for Diddy. She made deals for Diddy. She did a lot of things for Diddy. So this is where the RICO comes in at, because it was her and Christina. Now Christina, I think, is set to testify, but they're saying maybe at the end of the trial, right? This thing is long. It's wicked. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot going on with it. He also extorted, I'm using the word extorted, Cassie's mother, and Cassie's mother had to take out an equity loan to give him $20,000 to pay Diddy, because Diddy said he was going to release this sex tape he had of her, and if she didn't give him the money, he was going to release the tape. The mama struggled and got the $20,000, and then a few days later, he gave the $20,000 back, right? This guy was doing a whole bunch of stuff. He was doing a whole bunch of stuff, and hold on, what? So, he extorted the mama and then gave the money back, right? Diddy was just basically doing what he wanted to do with the help of Christina Karam. That was his right-hand man. That was his enforcer. That was his mouthpiece. That's the one did all the talking and all the deals, made all the deals and carried on, right? I wonder how much she got paid, and did she get paid in cash? Because the people that was on his label, his artists, they said he did a lot of things with cash, right? So they use words, like I said, like enterprise. Whenever they use enterprise in a criminal case, that's RICO, right? I've heard that with some other folks that I know, right? And he tried not to leave a money trail. That's why he was paying everything in cash, right? Now, he's charged with racketeering, one count, I think, 2 counts of the sex trafficking, and 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution, right? Yeah, I don't know what his defense could say, right? Because this is horrible. This is, he going down, he going down. I know his family is there and they supporting him and so on and so forth. I just, again, wouldn't want my daughter, I wouldn't want my kids, period, to hear all the bad things I did. We all done did some bad things and we don't want our kids to know. We've all done some bad things that we do not want our kids to know, right? And this is horrible. It's horrendous, right? So that's day 15 with Eddie Garcia. Now, the lady that was the witness that they were keeping secret, Mia, that's her name, Mia, for the trial purpose, right? They doxed her. They doxed her and they told who she was and so on and so forth, right? Now, this could be a cause for a mistrial. They haven't said that, but I'm just thinking that, right? I don't know why anybody would do that, why they would tell who she was. This lady was abused and hurt by Diddy, right? All of these people are saying, I don't see nothing good coming out of this. I don't see no good coming out of this, right? Like, I don't see. Now, it has been said and rumored that, okay, let's say he gets convicted, then Trump's going to pardon him. Trump did attend the parties, right? He did attend the white parties, right? I don't know, y'all. What would that look like if Diddy was pardoned? Would he seek revenge? What would that look like? It's already been rumored that he's done things to people, right? And we see now that he's a monster. So what would that look like if he gets pardoned when he get out? Now, also, they said that, I saw this on the news, that they're going to seize, which I thought that when you got a federal case, I don't know how it goes because this is such a big case and it's so intricate, right? That they seize your property, and they're saying that those kids better go to school, do whatever they need to do. What I want to know is, do they have separate accounts? The children have separate accounts, right? He had a lot of stuff in his mama's name. They supposedly going to seize all that. They looking through all of that stuff, right? Forensically. This is not good. This is probably to me and for me, one of the biggest trials in history. Definitely the biggest trial in hip hop history in our culture, right? The things that they said he's done, all of the people that helped, all the people that he bullied, all the people that he extorted. And like I seen Gene Deal had an interview. He said, well, Diddy wasn't from the streets and, he just had street people around him. Because I never looked at Diddy and saw gangster or bad person, period. He didn't pay his artists right, but, I never looked at him like he was this. I never saw this. So you just never know who people are, right? You just never know. So Eddie Garcia got $100,000. He split it between a couple more people. He got immunity for telling his story, right? The fact that he paid $100,000 for it, and he said because, Cassie had a movie coming out and he had something going on and he just didn't want their names tarnished and so on and so forth. Like it was a one-time thing and he ain't mean it and he's sorry and he ain't gonna do it no more, right? And the people took the money. Money always talks. Money always talks. Money always talks, right? Now his mama's sitting up there. Now this is my question. So if it's RICO, you got Christina Karam's right-hand man and his CFO maybe. But his mama, since everything was in his mama name, mama about 80, 81, 82, is mama going to get in trouble? Is mama going to get in trouble? That's what I want to know. Is mama going to get in trouble? That would be a shame if you take down mama, right? That would be a shame if you take down your 80-something-year-old mama. And feds don't care nothing about age. They don't care nothing about age, y'all. They don't care. But that would be... I want to know, so far to me, I'm not a legal expert, but it looked like the Christina Karam and Diddy right now. I don't know if it's the CFO, he's a white guy, but so far that's what it's looking like, right? Somebody else that he hurt and abused is testifying today. It's just wild. Now they had a disruption as well. A lady was disrupting, they had to take her out the courtroom. I just want to know who doxed the lady, the witness Mia. Who doxed her? Who told her information, who she was and all of that? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? That's mean. And that's a big crime. I don't know who did it. I don't know who did it. They're not saying, everything is tight-lipped. But I'm going to watch this very closely. I'm probably going to talk about it every day. I don't know all of the legalese. Like if I had money, I would be down there with other people. I would be down there because this is going to be very interesting. And this is history. This is going down probably the biggest hip hop case in history. Look like, right? So anyway, y'all drop down in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. Did y'all know that Diddy was the monster that he is? And why? Like I got a big why. Like this has been going on for years and years. And again, that guy, I can't think of his name, but I got hip to him last year, so was protected him, and now he doesn't have his protection, right? I know Diddy's sitting up in jail right now. I wish I could see a visual of Diddy. They say he's grayed, right? I've seen artist renderings and so on and so forth. But I wonder what his thoughts are. Is he thinking he gonna get out? Because I don't see him getting out unless Trump pardons him, and that's a big possibility. That's a very big possibility because Trump was his friend and he did party with him and maybe make deals and stuff with him, right? That would really be a twist if he go through all of this and expose all of his business, and then he get there and Trump pardon him. Now they say Trump is for the right money, Trump, but if they seize his assets, this is my question: if they seize Diddy's assets, will they not? I'm still worried about his children, right? Because they've been living a privileged lifestyle. Now you ain't got no money. Now you ain't. That's a tragedy, right? And if they seize his assets, he ain't got no money to pay Trump. Has anybody got any secret money somewhere? I wonder that Christina Karam do. Well, y'all drop down in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about this trial as it's going on and on and on and on. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And make sure that you make it happen for yourself, okay? Make it happen for yourself.